What's up, y'all? This is Rom coming back at you with yet another car video. There are plenty of good men who are getting these modern women. Yeah, and I know some people are going to be like, no, these modern women, it's over. No, they ain't doing this and that. Bullshit. And I can give you, and what I can do is give you 5 things that these good men generally have in common. And let me first deal with the myths that are out there about who getting these women. Let me first deal with that. First of all, no, it's not Chad and Tyrone who are getting these women. Not all of them. First of all, very few Chads exist, because even when you say Chad and Tyrone, a lot of dudes think that's just a chocolate version of Chad. But there's very few Chads out here. Let's just be real. Keep it real. Let's just keep it a buck. Very few Chads getting the women. Now, when they exist, they get plenty of attention, but honestly, a lot of them will just get one baddie and then be done with it. But it's not enough of them to go around. There's not enough of them to go around. Or alpha showpieces. Ain't enough of them to go around. Women can go like years without running into them. But they still want a man, though. And then you got plenty of guys talking about some Pookies and Ray Rays and thugs. They fucking all the fine women anyway, attractive women. Where the fuck y'all live? Yeah, if you in some ratchet ass area, some poor area. But if you live in a very decent neighborhood, middle class neighborhood, you're gonna be hard pressed to see some women, especially if they more upper as they go up in class, messing with some like some thug or something like that. Shit. In fact, they probably won't even meet one. Now, they getting some like ratchet ass women, and I'm gonna be real with you, they be getting some ugly ass women too. Y'all really care about that? Nah, those are just scapegoats. And I'm gonna get into that later on when I finish this shit up. I'm gonna get into that later on. So, here's the thing though. How is it you got some guys out here who, they ain't like busted or anything, but they ain't no damn Chad or looking like some model or some shit. Only like 14% of men are even over 6 feet. If you talk 6'2", 3%. And then if you talk about throw the money part in there, it's only a small percentage of men even getting over 6 figures. And shoot, probably a smaller percentage that get that after taxes. Yet you got some men out here ranging from blue-collar guys to professionals who ain't a Chad, and they definitely ain't no damn thug. They ain't no thug. Shoot, a lot of them are good men. They working in their community, everything. And they got an attractive woman at home raising their attractive children. And they steady. And like I said, these men range from blue-collar type of guys to upper hill professionals. And somebody say, no, Robbie ain't like that. Where the fuck you live, motherfucker? What street you from? What area you from, man? I'm out here in the real world, man. I still got connections to people going back decades, man. Plus, I'm getting consultations from young men all over the country. And you know what? I ain't sure about what they look like, but they ain't no damn thugs. They be telling me what they doing. Shoot, some of them don't even be calling me about women and stuff. They be talking about doing some business stuff. Seriously, I get a lot of consultations from some guys who say, yeah, I got a nice woman here. Yo, Rom, Uncle Rom, let's talk about some business and want some business advice. Or genuinely good men, and you can't really call themselves players, but shoot, the women on them so much, they want help in managing it. And it's not to say all the relationships are perfect, nothing's perfect, but shoot, let's just say they do better. And these are good guys. They ain't Chads. If you try to say they're a Pookie, a Ray Ray, a thug, shoot, you check it, shit. They have good credit. They ain't never been the most they might have is a speeding ticket. The most. Shit. good guys. Some of them are very religious and everything. If anybody pay attention and shit, get off the goddamn computer and actually socialize, and I'm going to bring up that social thing. I'm going to bring up that social thing in a bit. You realize these guys are getting women. Good women. Attractive women. And not leftovers either. Not leftovers either. They getting these women while they're young and in their prime. Let me say that again. They getting them while they're young in their prime. Even if they're a little bit older, they still haven't quite hit that wall. Because I thought about that. I said, hold up. Because everybody be talking about that. I say, hold up. I know that dude. You know, might see something from a IG friend that I know in the real world. It's like, man, his wife is fine. He got kids. You know, I'm just out here. Because remember, just how I roll and stuff. I mean, y'all just see like a tiny bit when I'm doing these videos and stuff. But I don't show y'all everything I do or who I talk to or who I know. And it'd be like, oh yeah, you know, my wife doing good, girlfriend doing good. Even ones who might have gone through a divorce or something, they good with their ex, and they about to marry somebody else even more attractive. Shit. And like I said, these men ain't no damn like supermodels and shit, and they ain't no thugs. Shit. A lot of them I met just doing business and stuff. But there's 5 things, general, and they'll have different degrees of it, that I notice with these good men who getting these same women that guys are complaining about. They're getting the exact same women. Right here in this country. And if you even want to break it down, like they're all races, but if you want to, some people try to say, well, those black women, no, they getting like attractive black women too, motherfucker. So no matter how you want to look at it, and there's plenty of them there. Is it the majority of men, all men? Hell no, never will be. That's just a reality in life. That's just a reality. They've done studies that said only 40% of men are going to even put their genes in the future. And let's just be real, a lot of men, they just not going to reproduce. And look, I'm going to just say it straight up, because some people try to act like all the non-select guys or guys having trouble with good guys. No, they not. No, they fucking not. They got some serious issues. They got some serious ass issues. It's going to be rare to find some guy who's totally got his shit together and he's having trouble with women. And I'm going to tell you what, I have met some guys who did. It wasn't even that they had trouble. They were just picky as hell. The women had to like step their shit up to get with. So you can't even say that's trouble. That was just their choice. They say, nah, the woman got to be the best. And they usually got that. I even talked about that before. You got some sharp dudes who could probably have high counts, but they got relatively low counts, but they only deal with quality women. And like I said, they ain't no Chad. They ain't no Chad or no chocolate version of a Chad, or a brown version or yellow version of a Chad. And they ain't no damn thugs. And I told you, people need to get off of that. But what are the 5 things I've found in common? 5 things I've found in common with them. First of all, they keep themselves in decent shape. Nah, they might not win a fitness model contest or bodybuilding contest, but they keep themselves in decent shape. Decent shape. Shit. I remember I was at I always talk about this one event I was at. I was at it a few years ago. It was like specifically upper class blacks. Upper class blacks. All the men there were in shape. All the men were in shape. And all the women in there, they kept themselves up, and I ain't see a single tattoo. You know? And that's just in the black community. You know, nah, that ain't the whole community, but these guys, they ain't have trouble. These guys wouldn't compete with no damn Pookie and Ray Ray. You know? They ain't look like a Chad. I'll get into their appearance in a second. Well, their overall appearance. Because like I said, they keep themselves in shape, but then even more than that, they just keep themselves clean. They keep themselves well groomed. They at least fix their damn teeth. You know, they fix up as best as possible. Hell, they got the money to. They fix. I'm gonna get into the money thing in a second. So they do fix up as best as possible, keep themselves in the best shape, you know. And they ain't, all of them ain't over no damn 6 feet either. They be just regular height, but they just fix themselves physically up as best as possible, dress tastefully, you know. So at least their appearance, they keep their appearance up as best as possible. All right, check. Second thing is money. Now understand, they're gonna have steady jobs, but they ain't trick stuff. They're gonna have their own shit together. See, that's the important thing. The money ain't for the woman, the money's for the man, so he can live well. He can have his shit together. I was on a panel with some lovely women the other week and stuff, and he said, look, that's all we want. They don't want a man using their shit. And we were very clear. Now, at first we had some disagreements, respectful, but, you know, they explained their position. I said, okay, I understand that. You know, because that's one thing. A woman ain't necessarily looking for you to trick on her, but she want to make sure you ain't using her for her money. Yeah, you got some women out there who are like mess with a homosexual, but that's not all women. Most women, they want a man who can at least take care of his own shit. And your money is for you. So that man who got his own spot, he can keep a steady job, keep a steady income. Because really, that means the man is more comfortable with himself. Trust me, it's way more comfortable. You know you got steady money coming in. You got a nice place to stay. You can get in a car and drive it in. You can fix it if there's an issue. And that's the one thing I noticed with these men, these good men, they'll have that. They'll have something. You know? Everything from like maybe a steady 9-to-5 job where they're in a good position to a successful business. And it's not, like I said, it ain't to trick on no damn women. It's for their own shit. It's for their own stuff. You know, a woman ain't gonna say, hey, he driving my car. You don't need to. Even if his car breaks down, you just get a rental. Shoot, he might got 2 cars or something. And like I say, it's not the trick just to have his own shit. Because then that leads to all of that. All of that leads to the third thing. They just man. They just men. They masculine men. They sovereign men. I talk about sovereign men all on Saturdays and stuff, but that should be normal. Every man should have his own shit. Every man should have his own shit because the very nature of a man is to have boundaries. Is to have territory, even if it's a small territory. These men will have their own shit. They ain't gonna be barring or complaining or going, can't keep a job, something like that. They ain't gonna be that. They gonna have their shit. They gonna be like, even if they got a 9-to-5 job, they gonna be viable on that 9-to-5 job. Even if they got that, no matter what they doing. And if they got a business, they're gonna be about making that money. Because of just being a man, having control over your life. A man ain't supposed to be asking anybody else for any goddamn thing. A man creates his own, builds his own, he gets his own. Some shit gotta be handled, he does it. They just on some masculine shit. And they ain't worried about some people out here talking about, we going against masculine and toxic. Man, fuck all that shit. Fuck all that shit. If as a man, I gotta lay out a body to protect my family, I'm gonna do it. But as a man, I'm gonna take care of my own shit. Like I said, if some, for whatever reason, there was a problem with just making my money the way I am, any type of dips, I don't have a problem as a man to go work at a warehouse. I don't have a problem with it. Just get my shit back on my feet if that's ever a dip, because that's what a man does. Ain't no shame in falling, but a man gets his ass back up. And yeah, let's just be real, man. I'm gonna just be real. I don't give a fuck who get mad, because I know they ain't man enough to get in my face about it. But a lot of dudes having trouble with women, they ain't acting like no damn grown-ass men. A lot of dudes up there bitching about shit like a damn female and stuff instead of doing something about it. Yeah, I said it. Yeah, I fucking said it. Because I'm going to tell you what, man, through my life, man, I got tired of, like, trying to have to handle a business other grown men had to handle. Man, fuck that shit, man. Had to handle shit for other bitch ass motherfuckers. And I had to do that since I was little. Because when women around a real man, oh nah, even if they ain't fucking them, they want to just be in his presence. And sometimes as a man, sometimes you gotta get your hands dirty and shit. You gotta do what you gotta do. A lot of motherfuckers out there don't want to do that. Think a woman should just go for them for whatever reason because they biologically male. Fuck that shit. You gotta be a man. Masculinity get a woman damn wet. Dudes want women to submit to them. They submit to men because if as a man, if a woman submits to you, you got responsibility for her life. Her life. So if she submits and she's sick or something ain't right, it's your responsibility to heal it. She don't just submit and just like feed you dinner and fuck your ass. Hell, if something ain't right with her mentally, it's your responsibility to take care of her. It's your responsibility to keep her right if she submits. And I tell women, I say, don't ever submit to a man. I tell women straight up, don't ever submit. What the fuck is going on up here? Damn, y'all just drive past the motherfucker. Y'all act like y'all scared and shit. Fuck that shit. And got some cops over here, they stop somebody. I'm like, why y'all just go straight, motherfucker? Shit. Damn. Yeah, motherfuckers, I'm talking on my damn, whatchamacallit? Somebody was speeding. Dude's a trip. Because that's the thing, though, right? That's the thing right there, right? You got to be that type of man who just handle shit. You got to be a man about it. You got to do what you got to as a man. You know? You got to do what you got to do as a man. And see, that's shit. So that's the third thing I notice in common. These dudes will be getting some women. These are the same type of dudes. I get in some real trouble. I reach out to them and say, yo, man, I need y'all to get my back on something. I'm about to take care of something. They there. And, you know, their women don't have to worry about, like, somebody disrespecting them. Their children don't have to worry about somebody disrespecting them. Shit. Doesn't anybody know they mess with my kids and shit? I'll take that life right there. So that's the third thing. The fourth thing is just something basic, man. These guys got good social skills. They cool. Seriously, the biggest problem with a lot of dudes is just some poor ass social skills, man. Don't know how to talk. Shit. Ain't no magic and shit, man. Ain't no magic when you interact with people. Not even just women, with people, man. And they'll say, well, I'm introverted. Well, I'm introverted too. I be talking to a lot of people. I stay quiet if I don't have to talk to anybody. I'm very introverted. But I can talk when I need to. So, that's no excuse to me. You can still be polite to people. You know, if somebody make eye contact with you, you can still give them some dap. Oh, snap. Hold on. There's a whole bunch. There's like 3 deer over here chilling. They ain't worried about anything. Oh, shoot. Now, they breaking now. They must have heard me. Anyway, though. Man, we got so many deer around here. They should just register them to vote. Yeah. And some youngins. I don't know. They must have felt I was looking at them, though, for real. But anyway. Look, man. I'm going to tell you what, right? Just basic social skills, man. It's just like, can you just interact? Ain't no magic. You know, can you just have a conversation with a stranger? Can you just be polite? Ain't no magic to it. Sometimes it's just a hi. I always talk about how I know so many people around here. Just basic. And like I said, I'm quiet normally. But they see me enough, they give me eye contact, they might smile, just say, hey, how you doing? Go from there. And that's one thing I know is about guys who ain't having trouble. They can at least talk. Because I'm going to tell you what, and I've said this several times, when you're talking about relationships, you know, a lot of guys think, well, you just need to look good for a woman. Or you got to have that money. Okay, yeah, all that shit is great bait, but you still got to talk to them. That should be common sense. You still got to have that conversation. You still got to flow with it. You know, you still got to be polite and shit. Basically, all it is just they can interact with other people. Because that's what it comes down to, no matter how you slice it. No matter how you meet, like if you're talking about men and women, it's like no matter how you meet, no matter what the bait, y'all still got to talk. You still got to be social. And the thing I know is about these good guys, whether they more extroverted, whether they more quiet, they can still have a conversation, no matter what. They cool dudes. In fact, I'm known for talking about body game. I need to be talking about cool game. I need to be bringing that out more. But they're just cool. Shoot, that's my biggest thing. Regardless of where my weight was, how somebody thought of my looks, I was always cool. That's shit. Because that's one consistent a lot of women said about me. They say, yeah, Rom, you cool. You cool, Rom. That's it. And that's one thing you know about these guys. They cool. They got decent social skills. And like I said, all of them ain't like extroverted. Some of them are quieter. But they can still have a conversation. They can still talk. Because all introvert really means, they don't mean shy. It just means you just stay more into yourself. Ain't nothing wrong with that. But then when you interact with people, you can still be cool with it. That's it. So that was the fourth thing I noticed in common. But I'm going to tell you the fifth thing is more powerful than all of them. Their minds are right. Their minds are right. Because really, that's the biggest problem with a lot of dudes. It ain't how they look. It ain't whether they got money. You know? Their minds aren't right. Seriously, I've seen that. I've seen that in the real world. That's the one thing I notice in common with some dudes. When I get to see them up, I'm like right there. I get to observe them and they having trouble. Like, let's just keep it focused on good women, modern women. They got some fucked up attitudes. You know, they can't have a conversation. I've never failed to see that shit. Every single time. You see some dude having something, all I do is sit back and say, you know what? Something ain't right there. Something ain't right. Every single time. It's something. Even if they think they smart or something, it's something. You having trouble with some women, it's something within them. You know, it ain't so much because some of them do have money. They got their shit. They got at least that together. You know? Shit, some of them might even look physically good to a woman. Like, there's a lot of nice guys. In fact, I've had a lot of people comment, and guys will say they tall or they considered handsome, but they still having trouble with women. They'll say they insecure or something like that. That's up here. That's up here. Their minds ain't right now. Some, you know, some is going to be some insecurity. Some just got some fucked up attitudes when they dealing with women. They got a fucked up attitude. It was like, well, damn, why should a woman get wet based off of how you behave? You know? Why should a woman get wet? Damn, this thing bouncing around. I ain't even noticed. Anyway. Why should you? Your mind ain't right. Shit. Because I noticed one thing. A lot of these dudes having trouble and shit, they can't even be a good friend. So connecting with a woman, shit. Seriously, you know, there's something fucked up. A whole lot of them. Yeah, I said it. Yeah, I said it, because look, I'm going to be honest, man. I told you, 2023, I ain't sparing any feelings, man. Uncle Rom going to be Rommy yo, because then I'm doing it to help. I just got to be real with it. A lot of dudes just got to get their heads right. Seriously, that's the main thing. A lot of dudes doing well with the women, they all right up here. They all right. Now, nobody's perfect and shit. We all got our demons, but, they fight them, they well adjusted. It's just that simple. It's just that simple. And like the 5 things I mentioned, okay, keep themselves appearance up generally. At least got their shit together monetarily enough, to take care of themselves. Being masculine, truly masculine, being a man. Having some social skills, real social skills. And then being, being mentally well adjusted. That's what these guys have. Because to me, guys want to say, see, a lot of guys, they want to say, well, these modern women, this or that. Look, man, if you having trouble with a bunch of women, no matter where you go, the only thing those women got in common is you. Because those exact same women, they'll treat another man differently. I've seen that. That's where that select and non-select come from. I've seen it. I've seen women just be totally bitchy to one group of men, but then when she around the other one, they cool. And it's not always about, oh, well, he a thug or something like that. Nah. And let me talk about that thug thing again just real quick. You got to question the women who go for that type. That's usually an indication that she ain't right anyway. So why you worried about it? Now, I know some dudes see some thuggish dudes messed up with some women, but I'm going to tell you what, every time I seen that, the woman didn't look like she actually looked like she belonged with the dude. Something about how she was dressed, how she presented herself. And then I know some people, they always have some, I'm going to tell you the truth, it's really apocryphal how they'll say, I saw this real professional woman with a guy. First of all, do you know if she's professional or she's just dressed up? Because I've seen some women like that find out they might be dressed up, but they still live around the way. They might be dressed up, and you know what? You will get some professionals. Yeah, that'll happen once in a blue moon. But usually in that case, it's very, very rare. She came from a different environment. She usually came out that environment. She just dealing with the type of guy she used to. And even then, those women, they eventually move up. They get past that shit. But a lot of guys using that, I'm going to tell you what, a lot of guys using all these other guys as scapegoats, man. Because if you take your ass out, there's plenty of women who at least decent looking. And when I say decent looking, they fix themselves up. They hitting the gym. Shoot, the second gym I'm coming from, I remember I met a friend there after her dance class. Nothing but some fine women coming out of there. Fine, professional type women coming out of there. I was like, what the fuck dudes can bitching about? Like, they out here, man. They all ain't chasing some pretty boy. A lot of women think pretty boys are gay. A lot of women don't want a guy who look better than them like that. He's suspect to them. And then that whole thug thing, a lot of women just ain't in that environment. If you got some women living in some bougie ass neighborhood, some upper class neighborhood, how the fuck she gonna meet a thug? She in a place, shoot, you gotta have like $750 credit, 6 figures just to even think about, just to apply for the place. What the fuck she gonna meet a thug at? You think she going in the hood with her nice BMW or something? Use some common sense. Seriously, where's she gonna meet him at? People generally stay in their class. So how she even gonna meet him? You say they chasing him, where's she gonna meet him at? If they're on a college campus, where they gonna meet him at? I mean, seriously. Those are just scapegoats. Because if you're a man, you got your shit together. It's always, as long as you socialize, you don't even have to go out and party. Just be you. There's going to be some woman interested. It really, really should come down to which woman you want. That's the only problem you should have. Like, damn, which one I'm going to deal with? That's it. You know? And people be saying some dumb shit. Like, oh, well, the women having all babies with all the thugs. Man, fuck y'all. I ain't no thug. I got 2 sons. And I know plenty of the men who got the same, who ain't far from a thug, and they got like several children. So if y'all say that shit, fuck y'all. Y'all got a problem with it, I'm right here. Because, nah, we going to challenge this shit. I'm challenging all these narratives because it's some loser-ass shit. Yeah, I said it. So that's it, man. And that's what I'm going to be promoting, man. I'm just going to push that, man. I'm going to push that, man, because too many dudes letting that shit, like, say, these narratives fuck their heads up. Because, yeah, you going to get some women, they want that fine dude. Good, hey, let them go. Good luck. And you got some women, yeah, they only want to deal with some, like, Pookies, Ray Rays, Bubbas, whatever. You know. Yeah, you do. Look at where the women are. Look at the woman. Look at the woman. You shouldn't want her anyway. But you got plenty, see, and I've said this before, a lot of shit is an insult to some hard-working men out here who got good women, who support them, who have their children, good mothers. And shit. You know, I've seen too many. Shoot. Neighborhood I'm in, shoot, you got plenty. You got plenty. So what the fuck? Nah, we going to deal with it. And if you got a problem with it, you think, oh, Rom don't know. Well, tell me what street you at. Tell me where you at. Tell me what environment you in. Tell me how much you've interacted with higher classes of people. No, I'm dead serious. Don't just say it. If you got some comeback to it or something, I better say a long paragraph. You tell me where you at. And even then, don't use the exceptions. Tell me what the general thing you've seen, general. Because there's always exceptions if you're going to look, but shit. So, I want y'all to act. Because I'm going to tell you what, I'm straight up. I'm standing up for the good guys out here, the real good guys. And they ain't on some player shit. They just good men. They got good women, good attractive women. So I'm standing up for them. I'm speaking out for them. It's been too quiet. Hey, fuck all these motherfuckers who want to use that shit. They taking advantage of y'all. If they got a problem, I'm right here. Fuck a debate. Let's take this shit to the motherfucking streets. That's how strong I feel about it. That's how strong I feel about it. So that's all I got for right now, man. I'll get back with y'all.